This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 18. It says, "And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught." Shalom, shalom. Before I start this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. It's the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. And as I just read, the righteous, the elect, we're all increasing our joy in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're hearing the words of the book. We're understanding prophecy. We have the spirit of Yahweh Shai upon us. And the Lord has opened the eyes of the blind, and now we're seeing out of obscurity and out of darkness. We're seeing, the world and Esau, Edom, and how corrupt and wicked this world truly is, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And we're linking it with biblical prophecy, and we know that, the end of the wicked is vastly approaching, and now we're out there on the highways and the byways giving this man all type of holy hell. We're exposing the wickedness, we're tearing down the strongholds, and we're ultimately sealing the elect of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, which is a certified downfall, which is a certified sign of the downfall of Esau, Edom. And now he's as he's trying to bring in his new world order, the elder Yahshua brought out, the highest age of rebellion against Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is in these times we're in right now. Now this devil is trying to go all out to try to silence the prophets. He's doing everything that he can to get the prophets off of the street, to get our message out of this world, and to delete any form of truth speech from the internet and from people actually hearing it. And he's going to go as so far as to arrest and lock up the prophets and the men of the Lord. Even as I speak right now, these devils are building their case against all of us brothers that are out there on the highways and the byways and speaking this truth. All right. And we know that eventually he's going to pull the plug on the internet. He's going to make it ban. He's already trying to ban the Bible. He's trying to get AI to rewrite the Bible and, to basically exclude anything that he deems as, the so-called errors in the Bible, which is going to ultimately rewrite the whole Bible to try to change it so that, Esau, Edom is not mentioned. The Israelites as being the chosen people is not mentioned in there, speaking against Moism, and basically cover up all of the, try to hide all, and try to take out the wicked from being exposed through the Holy Scriptures, man. And anything that he opposes as hate speech and negative and wrong, he's trying to take that out of the earth. And mainly it's going to start by him getting the men of the Lord and the prophets off of the street. And that's why now he's making us an offender for this word. He's going to deem us terrorists. He's going to deem it hate speech, misinformation, disinformation. And eventually he's going to, make it to the point to where he can lock up anybody who has a biblical mindset or anybody who is, prophesying or correcting the wickedness through the words that are written in the Bible in the near future. And that goes for us as well. So this is how we know that the famine of the word is close and that the elect are just about sealed up, if they're not already all sealed. And we're just waiting for this devil to come down with that great wrath. And as I was reading this article, you have to, we fall under this category. He's building his case. He's trying to put things in order so that he can come up against the truth, or anybody who's speaking any form of truth, or anybody who basically speaks against the mainstream narrative, man. All right. If you speak against the alphabet community, you're going to fall in this category. If you speak against the wickedness of this presidency, you can be locked up. If you speak against the government or anything that they're, future jump shots, future lockdowns or anything that this devil comes down with, anybody who speaks out against it, He's making unrighteous decrees to where he can roll down upon you and roll down upon you hard, and mainly, the prophets and the men of the Lord, because we're the main ones chanting down Babylon out there week in and week out, prophesying on the streets, tearing down all these different strongholds and basically consuming this devil with our mouth. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Shall consume. No, let me do this. Right. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'll start here. 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which that's the prophets. That's what we're out there on the highways and the byways doing. And this devil is looking for ways to stop us from exposing his ass, to stop us from going out on the highways and the byways for preaching this word, calling out all manner of wickedness, rising up against the evildoers. He's looking to put an end to our, going out there and prophesying, man, which we know, we're not going to be out there speaking and prophesying forever. But these different articles are showing you ways that this devil is going to try to come at us and come in like that flood. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And this is what Esau is doing. This is what we're out there exposing. And this is why he's going to try to get AI to rewrite the Bible. He's going to take scriptures like this out of the Bible with this new AI written scriptures, which even that alone is a violation of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Scriptures tell you don't add unto this word or take unto it. This nigga is literally trying to rewrite the whole Bible, man. You see, we'll show you that this man is that wicked and he is being revealed. So what does it say here? It says a Michigan House passes hate speech bill to fine and jail parents, teachers, pastors. All right. What's another word for a pastor? Is a prophet, which we're the true pastors and prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, even though they're going to come after a lot of these churches and all of that BS. But the real prophets and pastors he wants to get rid of are the men of the Lord. It says, and politicians who speak the truth. All right. It says the Michigan State Legislature is pushing forward a new hate speech bill that threatens anyone who speaks the truth on a variety of controversial and inherently offensive topics. The proposed legislation, HB 4474, does more than just threaten the First Amendment and the free speech rights of Americans. The proposed legislation amends the State Ethnic Intimidation Act of '88, making it a hate crime if a person causes severe mental anguish to another individual. Yeah, so when we're out there speaking, Leviticus, when you read Leviticus 19, hey, we know exactly who that's going to cause harm to and who that's going to offend. You see, so therefore they can use that as an excuse to give us a goddamn hate crime and to lock us up and to fine us or jail us or worse. You see, so we can see this famine of his word is coming very, very quickly. This devil was doing all that he can to try to get the prophets off the street, which is a good thing because, the sooner that happens, the sooner we know we're that much closer to Yahweh Shai returning. It says the authoritarian left wants to punish individuals for thought and language they don't like. This means that parents, teachers, pastors, activists, and politicians can be charged with hate crimes if their speech upsets someone who is weak-minded and vindictive. For example, the victim of these new hate crimes can claim that a pastor caused severe mental anguish because the pastor spoke a basic truth from the Bible. Yeah, about alphabetism. You read the book of Romans, the first chapter. Like I said, the book of Leviticus, it goes into, this alternative lifestyle, Sodom and Gomorrah, the return of Yahweh Shai, the wickedness of this society, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man being the devil that the Bible speaks to us. All these things are going to be used against us to slap hate crimes on us, man. You see, what shows you that this truth is whipping ass, man. All right. And that we ultimately, we're fulfilling prophecy. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Let me see. No, it's not it. Here we go. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 2. It says, lift you up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And that's what we're doing. You know, and the banner that we're lifting up upon this high mountain, which is the government of America, is the scriptures and prophecy and the truth and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And to letting this country and the powers that be know that you're wicked as all hell and a great judgment is coming upon you. And the way that you're running this society and the way that you're operating in the earth is completely wicked and in opposition to the Holy Creator. And that when it's just and the fact that you have God we trust on your dollar bill, and this is supposed to be a God-fearing and Christian country, is complete and utter deception and a damn lie. All right. The God that you believe in is not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but you believe in Satan and wickedness, man, and wickedness. All right. It says a parent who speaks out at a school board meeting could be accused of a hate crime if they expose transgender pornography in their child's classroom. Under this Orwellian law, the possibilities for abuse are endless. If this hate speech bill becomes law, left-wing prosecutors could go after anyone they disagree with, bringing felonious hate crime charges against speech they don't like. Those who seek attention by adopting a victim mentality can target anyone who offends them. Left-wing prosecutors will be able to represent an entire victim class who cannot handle the truth, who decry verbal intimidation or harassment when facts are presented to them. See? And that's the society we live in. A bunch of fragile, weak-minded losers, man. You know, and the ultimate truth is what's written within the scriptures, man, which is going to become a hate crime in this country because this country is, rooted and stemmed in lies and deception and hypocrisy. So therefore, we're standing upon our watch. We're out there, speaking this truth, shaking the hand. It goes against everything that this so-called society stands for. So therefore, they're going to try to come in and put a case on us. It says the bill defines intimidation and harassment as willful course of conduct involving repeated or continuing harassment of another individual that will cause a reasonable individual to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, or molested. And we go out there we're doing videos every day. We're out there on the highways and the byways week in and week out, man. So we definitely fall under this category, and they're definitely trying to get this passed so that they get, used an unrighteous decree to come up against us and to stop this truth from coming out. But it's going to be too late already because this truth has already went into the four corners of the earth. We're already, then prophesied. The Lord then heard the prophets, and it's just a matter of time before Yahweh Shai returns and destroy you with the brightness of his coming. But we do know that this devil is going to come down upon us, and we know that this day is coming, but the Lord has us covered. How's that scripture go, man? Let me see. There we go. Wait, is this it? Yeah, here we go. This is Luke 21:12. It says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogue and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it, therefore, in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer, because the day is going to come to where some of us are going to get grabbed up. Some of us are going to get called to the courthouse and be they're going to try to, slap these hate crimes upon us. And we're going to stand before governors and before mayors and before the rulers of this society. And they're going to be questioning us and answering us. Well, the Lord, he's already preparing us that this day is going to come. It happened to the apostles during the time of the Roman Empire, and it's going to happen to us again in this revitalized Roman Empire, man. But Lord said, what? It says, settle it therefore in your hearts, meaning your minds, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not a hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your soul. Because, hey, even some of our own family members are going to give us up. You know, some of those disgruntled baby mamas, maybe some family members that you fell out with because, you know, they didn't want to receive this truth, and you cursed them out, or they just don't, this word cut them. So therefore they have something therefore against you, man. You know. And I was just reading another article. I was going to do a lesson, but maybe I will another time. Now the UN is coming out and creating this whole snitch line. You know, if you hear people talking about hate speech, report them. And like I said, you're going to have a lot of disgruntled baby mamas, a lot of family members that you may have fell out with. Even some of these niggas that was in Great Millstone that fell out are going to go and try to drop a dime on you, man. And Esau, to get Esau to come and hem us up and lock us away. But the Lord has us covered. He said, what? Not a hair of our head shall perish. And if we have to stand before Esau, in a courtroom, and he's going to be asking us questions, hey, the Lord's going to give us the Holy Spirit and mouth and wisdom what to say in that day, man. And it's going to be cold cut session on these damn devils, man. Because at the end of the day, hey, in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we're not guilty, man. Esau is the guilty one. This is why he's coming out with these different wicked laws and unrighteous decrees to try to lock the men up that have the testimony and that have the evidence on this devil, man. All right. But at the end of the day, hey, not a hair of our head is going to perish. Even if he locks us up and put us in the guillotine, hey, if we're part of the elect, we're going to be raised up first if we die in Yahweh Shai and die faithfully and manfully in the sight of these damn devils, man. So it's a win-win situation. It says, let me see. According to attorney David Coleman of the Great Lakes Justice Center, the proposed legislation is a threat to the First Amendment, honest speech, and the very essence of the English language. Words are malleable, he said. They can be redefined by whoever is in power. Under the proposed statute, immediate intimidate and harass could mean whatever the victim or the authorities want them to mean, he said. The focus is on how the victim feels rather than on a clearly defined criminal act. This is ridiculously vague and subjective standard, you see, because Esau is desperate. He's going to do all that he can to try to find us guilty when really he's the guilty one, man. All right. And so when Yahweh Shai returns, he's going to be guilty. He's going to be punished, and he's not going to go away, innocently. All right. It says, if an alleged victim feels uncomfortable with someone's speech, they can accuse that person of a hate crime. The proposed legislation doesn't look at the intent of the speech. It only considers the feelings of the alleged victim. The bill will lead to the prosecution of conservatives, pastors, and parents attending a school board meeting for simply expressing their opposition to the liberal agenda, Coleman said. The bill's sponsor, State Representative Noah Arbit, is an alphabetter zealot. People who express the fact that sex is based on biology and determined by a person's chromosomes could be labeled transphobic and persecuted under this hate crime bill. People who believe that marriage is a sacred union between one man and one woman could be prosecuted for hate crimes against the alphabet community. You see what these devils are doing, man? It says punishment for these so-called hate crimes include a fine of up to 10 grand, up to 5 years in prison, or both. And we know it's going to get even more draconian than that, It says people accused of hate crimes may also be required to complete a period of community service intended to enhance the offender's understanding of the impact of the offense upon the victim and wider community. Right. They're trying to re-educate you and reprogram your mind, man. They're going to try to tell you, look, you can't be believing that shit. We don't live in these times anymore. All right. You're going to have to accept this wickedness in Satan's kingdom on the earth, or else. Well, some of us are going to have to die for the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Or be locked up. Scripture tell you that. Fear not. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Is that Revelations 3? 3 and 10. It says, oh no, it's 2. There we go. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, for I will give thee a crown of life. You see? Now, some of us are going to be locked in jail for this. Some of us are going to be locked in jail during the time of the, the hour of temptation. But, there's going to be, different scenarios to where this devil is going to try to lock us up, man. But we're going to have to be faithful and stand upon, our principles and this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and our true cultivation as being Hebrew Israelites, man. And Esau's going to try to do all that he can and try to break your will and try to, get you to deny Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and the truth and just reality in general, man. And to get you to live and believe in this delusional Luciferian world he's trying to create, man. It says community service under this subdivision must be performed with the consent of and support of the community targeted in violation. Yeah. He's probably going to have you do some shit working with the alphabet community or, try to do things, whatever he might try to make you guilty of. He's going to make you be in support and go do some community service in support of that BS, man. It says, by enforcing punishments against language and thought, this bill is reminiscent of a Soviet-style re-education camps. To avoid punishment, many people will self-censor and live in the fear of prosecutions that could result from speaking their truth. And what the scriptures say, be thou faithful unto death. See, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See, so we're going to have to be faithful to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And remember, it's all going to be a test, man. The Lord's going to use Esau and locking us up and coming up against us with unrighteous decrees to see if we truly believe and are faithful to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in these last days, man. So as you can see, man, the famine of the word is drawing nigh. Great persecution for, the men of the Lord is drawing nigh, and some of us are going to have to, be locked up. Some of us are going to have to be, punished and grabbed up and persecuted for the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and for our testimony in the Lord. But hey, like I said, in your patience possess ye your souls, man. This is just all part of our proving grounds and our rite of initiation to be the true servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, for those of us that this will happen to. So I just wanted to give you warning and go into this and just show you that these are the times that we're living in. We ain't in the time to be having fun and boogie woogieing and partying and, all of this mirth right now. Serious times are ahead. So we got to be in a serious mind frame and, be prepared for these things that are coming our way. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you were edified. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit in me and do this lesson. To the next one, Shalom.